Hi everyone, it's Kimberly back with your weekly reading and twin flame energy update and divine love report for the week of August 7th. And I'm posting this a little early because we are on the cusp of the full moon lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse in Aquarius, and that is happening on August 7th. And so I wanted to get this message out now, and also because some of the messages I'm seeing here in the cards and what I've channeled is very similar to what I've been seeing and hearing in the private sessions with my clients. So I know that this is sort of across the board in the collective, and thought it might be helpful to give you some insights. If any of you do want to work with me in private session, whether it be for a reading, guidance session, or soul coaching, the soul coaching, I have a 10% off offer right now. It's not written on the website, but I'm just telling you, just put 10 off in the notes when you book a soul coaching session. And you can do that by visiting the twinflamefamily.com. That's the twinflamefamily.com, and click on schedule a session. So to this week's reading. So overall, with this eclipse is really going to be very much about stepping further into our truth for both the feminine and the masculine. And different things are going to show themselves, present themselves. What the feeling right now is kind of a feeling of restlessness, and it's coming up here as this Four of Cups, and you know, this that's not good, that's not fulfilling me anymore, I really want to do that, or the situation just is like not making me happy, or it could be the masculine just not knowing what he wants right now. So this restlessness, though, there are different cosmic aspects that are magnifying this right now. And for the feminine, I would say try to push yourself into something. Well, actually, for the masculine, too. For the feminine, try to redirect that restless energy into something creative, because that's actually going to be the best outlet for you at this time. And for the masculine, they're saying go into nature and meditate, which some of you may do daily or may never have done. But it doesn't have to be like all meditation. It could just be, like I said, sitting outside in nature for a while, or going for a walk, or that type of a connecting with the earth, and not being in your analytical mind, coming out of that for a while. That's going to be helpful for you at this time. And that'll aid in this restless feeling of nothing satisfying us. We're not happy with the current state of affairs or conditions. And we'll be able to come out of those creative spaces and those meditative spaces and make better decisions, because they're not going to be like trying to figure it out, left brain decisions. They're going to be more like our intuitive knowing of what the next step is. Okay. So for the feminine, a big aspect that is highlighted is about coming out of the closet. And it's showing like, so this can come up and mean trickery sometimes, right? When we see the Seven of Swords, it can mean deceit or things like that. But for the feminine, I'm really getting like, this is like she's hiding something. It's a little aspect of herself. It's something that she hasn't wanted to reveal or show to the masculine. Maybe that she hasn't even really revealed to herself, or like hasn't brought fully into the light. And so up above this, the come out of the closet is coming up, and it's really about the feminine coming into her power. Underneath this, we've got the throat chakra and vacuum away fear, and this is about her expressing her truth finally, especially for those of you who've been in twin flame dynamics where you've been coy or inauthentic, or you've been holding back. It's time now. There's going to be, not for you to force this, but to recognize the opportunity to step into your feminine power in a greater way by expressing your truth. And this is going to give way to freedom, relief, liberation. And this full moon lunar eclipse is all about that liberation, liberating ourselves from the things that have been holding us back, liberation from ways of life and ways of being that no longer serve us, and liberating ourselves from this, especially for the feminine, for the stuff within her where she's chained herself to unnecessary beliefs or things that no longer serve her, or fears. Like I said, this vacuum away fear, I feel like she's surmounting the fear now. She's getting over that fear of rejection. Often, the reason why we hold back from vocalizing is because we're afraid it won't be received, or we won't get the outcome we want, or we'll be rejected. And this recognition of your feminine power is not about getting an outcome or some expectation. It's really, truly about you finding the voice to vocalize your truth, to open your heart chakra and be vulnerable and be authentic, because you'll find that when you do, you'll be, like I've said in like the past few videos, you're going to be rewarded by that. It is going to be received well, I think, right now. But we can't have the physical attachment to, well, what's this mean? And what's he going to do about it? And it's more about speaking your truth is what will set you free and will pull you into a new way of being and into a greater confidence within yourself. Now, coming along with this, I see the Chariot is coming up underneath for the feminine. And this is very much about her pressuring herself to make decisions about certain things. I really feel it. Like she's like, come on, let's go. I need to know what's next. What's going to happen in this dynamic, or I need an answer about this, or, I need to make some major decisions in my life, right? I need to do something. And like the message is like, no, you don't. Slow down. If anything, this eclipse season will test our patience, because there's more that is supposed to and is going to unfold. We don't have all the information we need to make a decision, and we're not supposed to be making the decisions from our trying to figure it out left brain place. We're supposed to be making these decisions after we can see it clearly and we know in our gut what the next step is. As that is revealed to us, that path will illuminate. There's some information and things that will be revealed and shown that are going to make that all much clearer by the time we come into September. Above for the feminine is the Two of Wands. And I feel like this is her contemplating a move, or thinking about her spiritual expansion, or looking out to growing her business to the next level, or to, going to that faraway place for a vacation or to move. And it's like, these things are possible. I would say that over the next 3 or 4 weeks, it's not a time to be making these decisions, but it's a good time to still keep setting the intentions and keep expansion. It's very important, especially when we're restless. We can tend to daydream more. So use those daydreams to your advantage. Make sure if you're looking out at some glorified place or a new home or whatever that may be, that you're just allowing yourself to believe in your power of manifestation. And also, bottom of the deck, law of attraction here, that you can pull all of that into you. I think right now it's not time yet. That's why we're seeing this as the Two of Wands. It's not time just yet, but these things are forming. You're really thinking about what you're desiring, and it's really around expansion for the feminine. And that's going to come more into focus for you as you get more and more good at practicing your feminine power, and you step more fully into your feminine power. So big messages here. You could be revealing something and put yourself in a place of vulnerability where you, in essence, come out of the closet, or reveal things to your twin flame or others in your life about your vulnerabilities or where things come from within you. You're going to start to speak and communicate in new and different and better ways from your heart center about the emotional stuff. I'm not talking about everyday stuff like, hey, can you meet me here or there? Or can you pick up something at the store? We're talking about like the stuff that's within your heart, the stuff that lies deep within, that you have been keeping held in, kind of like behind that armor, behind that heart armor. And they're saying now's the time to not only get truthful with yourself, but to let others know how you feel. Okay. So this is about lessons and blessings. This is what's coming up here. Okay. Remember that the eclipse season there's going to be some things that are going to be let's just say, pushed to the sidewalk as garbage. They're going to be removed from your life. You're going to get rid of certain things. You're going to say goodbye to certain people or situations. You're going to say no thank you to certain things, certain invitations, or certain engagements that you have. And know that all of this is a blessing, and that whatever is taken away, there are bigger gifts waiting for you. There are things that are in alignment for your highest good that you cannot even see now, that is waiting to come in and line up with you. And this other stuff, whatever, if it's toxic relationships or just things that are not in alignment with your true gifts or whatever that is that's being removed, it's happening for a reason. So please trust it. Okay. So we talked about vacuum away fear, your throat chakra, come out of the closet. Now, above the twins, above this, restless, complacent energy is the twin flame card. And I love that. And this is still reigning here with the twins, this connection, the connection. No matter how restless we get or how much we want answers right now, just go back to this. Okay, it says, the answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. Well, of course, this is why we're here. And bottom of the deck of the tarot deck is the 10 of Cups in reverse. And this is about that. I feel like it's about the feminine looking out at what she wants to create, right? Dreaming about it, planting the seeds of manifestation. And this is about it still being possible for the twins, even though it doesn't maybe not look like it just yet, because the masculine is taking his time to discover his truth. He is, Ace of Swords is coming up for him, and it's coming up as cutting away the bullshit, finding his truth, cutting through to find his truth. And it's coming through, it's speaking to him. But we have to remember we can't control how he processes that. And he may need some time, even though the truth is coming through. He's cutting through the BS. He's getting real with himself. He's getting real with certain situations in his life. He still has this heart armor and this heartache of the past that keeps him a bit shielded. And he's learning how to trust his third eye, okay? And he's learning how to be the magician in his own life, right? His power of manifestation, like the ability to sort of lead the way, I feel like, and let others follow him. And I mean, even the people that have been non-supporters or family that would object to some of these decisions he's going to be making. He's going to trust more now in his spiritual knowing and his inner knowing and his inner truth than ever before. But I feel like if we force or push too soon for him to take action with that newfound clarity or this newfound truth or whatever this is, he will go back to old ways. And that will be, shutting down. He may need some just time away to process because he's not ready just yet. I feel most of the masculines in the collective are not ready just yet to come all the way over to the feminine. The feminine is, she's still claiming her femininity, and she's got still some work to do on that. And the masculine is like stepping up into his masculine, and it's balancing out his polarity. So when she comes to him and has the honest conversation, he's going to be able to receive it better. But if she forces him and says, now what are you going to do? Or now what are we going to do? Or now where does that leave us? Or what does this mean? He may go back into this retreat mode or heart armor mode or feeling like he wants to run away from the love. So let things flow is another big theme here. Allow things to unfold. This month, we're going to feel like we need to have the answers. We need to make the decision. We want to get things going. We want to move forward. We want to know. We just want to know. But I'm telling you, you can know in September. You will know September through December. You'll know into next year. You're not going to have that clarity just yet. You'll have realizations, revelations, There'll be things that are shown to you. There'll be things that you are revealing that are all going to add to this clarity that's coming for you. And then but for the feminine especially, they're saying, don't force it. Don't force it on all fronts. Don't force things. Just, you're going to this is going to be a test of your patience. Just kind of being with it. Kind of being in the uncomfortableness of being vulnerable. Kind of being in the not knowing. Kind of being in, you know what, that doesn't feel good to me. I'm not going to do that anymore. So I'm just going to do this and just do this for a while until the next thing inspires me or causes me to take action. It's not going to be like, I have to take action or I have to take this, I have to make this decision, because I've been hearing that a lot in my private sessions, and I feel like it's showing up in the cards here. And what they're saying is like, let that all go, because it's not going to serve you to take the reins right now. In fact, it will muck things up and it will fuck things up, frankly. And so allow the unfolding. Be patient. If you're restless, it's okay to dream. It's okay to do your creative endeavors. This is a highly creative time as well. There's a lot of cosmic aspects that are causing this, where we actually have the ability to manifest some of our creative ventures and projects, things that maybe we have been working on for a while or that have been brewing for a while. And then there are other new things, and I think this is more regards to our future, where we're going to live, this home and family ideal, this these faraway trips that we want to take, or faraway lands we want to visit, and this spiritual expansion, this exploration of our spirituality and our gifts. And that is all going to unfold. That's still in the early stages of brewing. But there are other creative aspects, ventures, ideas, things that you've been sitting on for a while that right now could be a very good time to pull those into life. So I'll leave you with that for now, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye.